Alright, in this video I'll be showing you how to increase PC speed. If you wonder I'm looking left, that's where my notes are. This process is tailored towards people with Windows 10, since that's what I'm using, so it'll be easier for you to follow in the video. The audience, you only really know how to, a general knowledge of the PC will help, because then you'll understand what's going on and why I'm doing that. But, as long as you're able to follow the video, all the stuff will be clear and you'll see how to do it. Some supplies you need to know how to use the search function on Windows. You need internet and a antivirus software. That's optional. I'll show you some ones to get if you don't have one. So alright, and in the process there's certain things you do certain orders. The only the last two steps are really important, which order they in. As long as the last two steps are always last, you're good to go. And that'll be the let's see, it's one step, the optimize the defrag, because it's one process now. So that's the only step you need to keep last. All the other steps, it's fine if you mix them up or choose which ones you want to do, but always do the last step. All right, first we're gonna remove some unwanted data and programs. Let's see, I'll get rid of this file right here. It's called common colors. I don't want it anymore, so I'll delete that. And once you finish deleting programs on the front screen, you probably want to empty your recycle bin. Alright, next I will be let's see, go to the control panel, and we'll go to misclick. Go to uninstall programs. There we go. And if there's any programs you don't want, all you do is click on it, right click, uninstall, or you can click and hit uninstall up here, your choice. I don't have any I want to delete at the moment. Alright, next step, we're going to clear browser history. I'm using Google Chrome. And let's bring the window over here. You hit the three dots in the corner, go to history, history again, go to clear browsing data. I recommend filling in all of these and going from beginning of time. If you've had your computers for years, you're gonna get rid of tons of data. This probably will give you tons of speed for your internet browsing. Let's see. The only files you don't want to delete are the passwords and autofill form, because if there's any passwords or things you hit to remember, it's likely that you might not remember those anymore. So if you delete those, you'll never remember those passwords ever again. Alright, and let's see. Next, we're gonna do malware scans. The one I will be using is Avast. There's also AVG. I'm gonna just use Avast. You just go to Avast, you hit run scan. I'm not gonna show you the full thing because it'll take a while, but that's all you do, and wait and see if it catches any viruses. And if you don't have any virus scanners, Avast, AVG are a few free ones, and they're pretty decent. I recommend them. All you have to do is go to Google, search up Avast, and the site you go to, avast.com, you click on it, click download free antivirus. After you do that, you install it, and you're good to go. AVG is another one, avg.com, free download. Both of them are free, and you're good to go. Let's see here, and having more than one is good, because if a virus gets through one, it's likely that the definitions, which is the way they recognize viruses, it will be able to catch on the other software. So the more protection you have. Next, we're going to go to delete your local folders. So to get there, we go to the search function. We go to %app data %, and you'll see that file folder pop up. You click on that. Anything you don't want or you don't recognize, you probably want to delete. If there's something with a weird name, it's possible that it could be a virus. Let's see, something I don't want here. Skype. I've never used Skype. My computer came with Windows. I don't really need this folder, so I'm going to delete that. What else here? Duelist, the old game I had that I don't need anymore. Delete that. Alright, after you delete everything that you don't want, we can exit out of there. Let's clear the recycle bin again and delete those two items. Alright, we're going to turn off startup programs. If you've been downloading tons of programs, it's likely that when you download that they make you they'll want to pop up when your computer turns on. And to do that, we hit Control Alt Delete on the keyboard. We go to Task Manager, and all right, here we go. And as you can see, if you've never used this, it'll start like this. And to get that bigger view, you hit More Detail right here, and you want to go to Startup. I have most of mine disabled. That's why my computer is pretty decent at the moment. It's not very slow. I have a few enabled. Some things you want to keep enabled. Things like your audio manager, because if you turn that off, then you'll wonder where's your sound, and then you have to go through that long process. So you want to make sure you leave that enabled. Your virus scanners, you probably want to leave those enabled. Windows Defender, that's one that comes with the computer, with Windows, and so that's good to have. So you want to leave that enabled. Some things that I didn't want. This thing called AirJoy that helps you transfer some files. I don't really need that turned on startup because I don't use it that often anyway. So that really helps. So after you turn off all of those, next we'll go to optimize and defrag drives. So you just go to search function. You can type in optimize. This may take longer or a longer process for people with hard drives. I have a solid state drive, so it'll be a little faster. But you just hit optimize or defrag. For hard drives, I think it's called defrag. What that does is, whenever you download programs to delete over time, your data will be scattered across the drive, which in technical terms is called a platter. And when you defrag, it brings all the data closer together, so the little arm in there can find the data easier. That's the real reason. So if you bring it all closer, less space traveled, and it's easier to get all the data. All right. And after you do that, that's all the main steps. And the reason you keep that last is because after you delete all those programs, if you did that after you optimize, you'd be leaving more like holes in between all the files and data. So that's why we're going to do that last. All right. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Have a nice day.